Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paige Nichols, and I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at the Maine Department of Education. We're here today to announce the awardees from our third funding cycle through our Rethinking Responsive Education Ventures initiative, or RREV as we call it. RREV was designed to advance research and development education across our state, encourage innovation, and improve educational experiences and outcomes for all students in Maine. In August of 2020, the Maine Department of Education was awarded $16.9 million for RREV from the U.S. Department of Education, and Maine was one of 11 states to receive the funding. RREV offers a multi-pronged solution with a primary goal of generating and implementing innovative remote learning models to provide equitable access to high-quality learning opportunities for all students. To date, RREV has awarded almost $6 million to 24 different school districts. The distribution of total awarded funds breaks down into 4 categories. $1 million for extended learning opportunities, $1.5 million for multiple flexible pathways, $1 million for engaging online learning, and $2.5 million for outdoor and nature-based education. Additionally, hundreds of educators and administrators have participated in professional learning and coursework in innovative design practices through RREV's collaboration with a handful of Maine's institutions of higher education. In late April, our RREV director, Martin Mackey, died tragically during a sudden medical event. Martin's dedication to pursuing and encouraging innovative educational practices to meet the unique and varying needs of all learners was contagious, and his mission lives on in so many of us. Throughout his long career in education, and most recently leading RREV, Martin built a strong foundation for us, and our team is deeply committed to continuing what Martin started. I'm joined today by Commissioner Macon, members of the RREV team, and 12 intrepid and innovative educators from the school districts across Maine who were awarded funding during this cycle. Now I'd like to introduce Commissioner Macon, whose vision and commitment to innovation has helped to make this all possible. Commissioner Macon, I'll pass it off to you.
Today's awards total over $2.5 million, and they are part of the category totals that were previously noted. And here we're going to learn a little bit more about each of the awardees and their projects. The first awardee is going to the Brunswick School Department. Their award category is outdoor education. The goal for the Harriet Beecher Stowe Elementary School's use of innovation funds includes building a child-centered outdoor environment that supports accessible play and hands-on learning resources and experiences for their students. So it is my pleasure to introduce Heather Blanchard from Brunswick, who can share a little bit more about this project.
Hi there, thank you for having me. Thank you to the DOE. And on a personal note, I just was able to have Martin as a part of my life as a colleague and also as a parent of his youngest child in our schools in Brunswick. I met him. And so it is very heartwarming to see you continue this work. And this is very much in the spirit of who Martin was. So thank you again. So our project at Harriet Beecher Stowe is focusing on outdoor learning and access for all of our students. We are hoping to create an outdoor greenhouse. We're currently working with community organizations as well as our special ed director to ensure that these spaces are accessible for all of our children. And the goal is that every single student who passes through Harriet Beecher Stowe will have access to pollinator and historical gardens through this greenhouse over the course of the year, tying into our science and social studies units. We are also hoping to create some more nature-based outdoor play spaces on our playground. Though our playground is beautiful, it is very much structure-based. With a lot of just green fields. HBS is in a somewhat suburban neighborhood and is sort of an outlier in Brunswick in that we don't have a lot of natural outdoor spaces for children. So that is also something that we are working on in our pilot. And then the last piece is a permanent outdoor amphitheater space that could be used for more outdoor learning opportunities for our children. So the goal is that all children, regardless of their their accessibility needs will be able to have access and use of this space with their classrooms and teachers. And we were also doing some partnership with community organizations to encourage and support our teachers in implementing these more innovative practices with children.
Heather, thank you so much. It's great to see you again, by the way. And
Good to see you too, Pender.
the amazing work. This is exciting. Okay, our next awardee is going to be RSU 21, Kennebunk. Their award category was multiple pathways. Students in the Kennebunk program will have the opportunity to engage in large-scale community service projects, a targeted wellness curriculum, and one-on-one social work support, project-based humanities and STEM classes, and individualized career planning workshops, internships, and job shadows. That sounds amazing. Let's now turn to Jackie Holmes and Ed Charoud from RSU 21, Kennebunk, to hear about their project.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Holmes. I am one of the 2 teachers in the alt ed program here at Kennebunk High School. Been doing this work for about 6 years.
And my name's Edward Charoud. I'm the other alt ed teacher here in RSU. And this is year 16 or 17 for me.
And so, yeah, our major goal with our innovation is when to scale up our current alt ed model to meet the needs of more students in our district, in our school. We're also hoping to increase the number of project and place-based learning opportunities for our students in our program, but also at the high school more broadly. And we're really hoping to build a model that can be shared not just across our district, but also maybe even nationwide in the future for alt ed.
Yeah, and I think a couple of the ways we're going to use the funding are to hire some additional staff. We're looking at hiring on another teacher and ed tech. And also we're looking at purchasing a couple multi-purpose school buses so that we can take over the transportation that will help us get students where they need to be outside of the current window that RSU can provide transportation for us. We've also been gifted a wonderful 2-year project down at the local Kennebunk Port Conservation Trust, renovating is it
A house?
Yeah, it's a whole house. And so it's going to afford us the opportunity to bring some of our alumni in who are now master electricians, master plumbers, carpenters in the field to work with the undergrad and the students. So we're really excited.
That sounds really exciting. It's great to see both of you also. Alternative ed buddies out there in the world. Thanks for all you guys do. This is exciting. Okay, our next awardee is Maine Indian Education. Their award category is multiple pathways. The Maine Indian Education's REV pilot project empowers middle school students to pursue their paths and to always put first their Wabanaki knowledge by providing learning opportunities that engage and foster cultural connections and teach stewardship. Let's turn to Beth Clifford from Maine Indian Education to hear more about their pilot idea.
Thank you, Pender. First, on behalf of Maine Indian Education's REV team, I want to express our sincere gratitude for all of the support, guidance, and encouragement we received from Nick Runco at Eastern Maine Community College and from REV Project Director Martin Mackey, who embodied hope, enthusiasm, and the determination to make the world a better place through education. Our pilot project will serve students in grades 6 through 8 at Indian Township School and Zebayig Elementary School, serving the Passamaquoddy tribe, and Indian Island School, which serves the Penobscot Nation. Students will participate in project-based learning experiences that are grounded in the communities and will provide opportunities for apprenticeships and connection with mentors as they explore pathways for the future. We're most excited about the focus on Wabanaki history, storytelling, language, and traditions. Through deepening students' relationships with their school, their community, and their culture, They will find purpose, meaning, and direction on their educational journey. And we can't wait to get started.
That's fantastic, Beth, and good to see you also. And thank you for going the extra mile. I guess I should pause just to recognize that everyone we've heard from so far and the rest of you who will be sharing your projects soon, you yourselves and your team members have engaged in additional professional learning in the innovative engineering and all of these exciting various things. And I know that it's been a very hard time for education. I mean, it never hasn't been, but let's face it, the past 2.5 years have been ridiculous. And all of you chose to take on and to go above and beyond, take on more than what's expected. And I'm so grateful for all of that and for your courage in moving forward with all of these projects. Our next awardee is RSU1. That's Bath, and their award category is the extended learning opportunity. RSU1's goal is to create structures and spaces for every member of the BMS, I'm thinking that is Bath Middle School community, to feel value and connection. We're going to turn to Brandon Ward from RSU1 to hear more about this pilot idea.
Hi, thank you, Pender. I appreciate that. I'm also unable to start my video right now, but that's all right. So you're correct, BMS is Bath Middle School. Oh, and here I am. And as you said, the goal of our innovation is to create structures and spaces for every member of the BMS community to feel value and connection. One of the things that we lost during the pandemic, of course, with remote learning was that feeling of connection. And we've noticed that as students have come back, they're struggling to connect what we do in school with the real world. And so we've identified 4 key kind of levers to help us achieve our goal. The first is we're changing up our schedule to facilitate some shared planning time and the development of some teacher-based passion classes. These will function as student electives that occur once a week, and the purpose is to build relationships and community across all 3 of our grade levels, 6 through 8, and help develop connections between peers and adults that otherwise wouldn't exist. Second, we'll be investing in some teacher development and student supports that align with inquiry and project-based learning practices. Third, we're going to prioritize the production of authentic, real-world quality work and getting students out and interacting with professionals in our community. This will be done both by exploring off-campus learning and service learning opportunities for all of our students. And lastly, we're going to be investing in the physical spaces and assets of BMS to kind of support those 3 previous pieces. And we're also going to develop kind of a dynamic display area for student work to be very visible and celebrated within our building and school community.
That's fantastic. I feel like as these good ideas spread around the state, you know, we'll see more and more of this. We're just hoping that schools are going to be able to give one another permission and examples to really be out of the box and to take learning where it can be fun and relevant and engaging. And thank you so much for that. Our next awardee is the Brewer School Department. Their award category is online learning. Building Brewer's current online program, our local remote learning program titled NU, is being expanded to include additional grade levels, serving all of middle school and high school. And the program is going to be adding school to work strand for the students. So we'll turn now to Chris Morrow from Brewer to hear a little bit more about this idea.
Thank you. And on behalf of the Brewer School Department, I would like to voice our obvious pain for losing Martin. He was very influential with what we were doing. We have had a very successful pilot year, recognizing that there was a desperate need for students who were suffering from anxiety and any health-related issues returning from the pandemic to the normal school calendar. Our program is 100% virtual, with options for students if they choose to do some in-person learning and select coursework. We provide weekly guidance tutorials for each of these students to to give them that social emotional connection with a staff member. We're very excited about the expansion of our program. We're currently 7 through 12. Effective in the fall, we will be 6 through 12 with a middle school academy that is separate from the high school academy, as well as a school to work and or co-op option. So we're doing a lot of fun and exciting things under the direction of Renita Ward Downer, our curriculum coordinator. And we've had tremendous success with our students thus far this year. So we're very excited, and we're looking forward to being able to report out again as to how our program is growing.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It sounds great. And I think I've heard the word fun and engagement a few times. It's nice to have that around education. Our next awardee is RSU 71 Belfast. Their award category is also online learning. The Belfast Area High School Lion curriculum, learning intentionally online now, will be uniquely designed using a curricular framework where instructional goals, assessments, methods, and materials are customized to meet the students' needs as well as meeting state standards. So we're going to turn to Jessica Woods from Belfast to hear a little bit more about this pilot.
Thank you so much for having me today. I think it's really appropriate that we are presenting after Brewer. In the spirit of collaboration, I just want to say thank you to the Brewer School Department and Renita, who has been instrumental in us writing this grant and sort of knowing what we were looking for. They had a great model and they generously shared some of their information and success with us. So I appreciate that. We are ready to launch our Lion semester. Lion is the Belfast Area High School mascot. This is my first year as an assistant principal, and I came in with a goal of solving truancy. I picked an interesting year to set that as a goal for myself as a professional administrator in my first year, and quickly realized that our kids are facing tremendous stressors. And we're really seeing kids that needed an opportunity to begin learning online over the summer. And so we're starting a summer online learning program that will incorporate one in-person opportunity. The goal is to have our kids back in person in the fall, but this is going to be a real instrumental sort of bridge for them. We had kids who were not able to attend this year in person for a variety of reasons. So we are ready to get going. We're very excited. We've already exceeded our goal in our grant in terms of student interest in the program. So our school year is winding down and the Lion semester is cranking up. And deepest condolences to coworkers and family of Martin Mackey. He was instrumental in creating this with us. And was a cheerleader for me professionally along the way. And so I miss him a lot. And grateful that I was able to get to know him the short time that I did. So thank you for the opportunity, and the Lion semester will be up and running next week.
Thank you so much, Jessica. This sounds awesome, and congratulations on already having exceeded your goal on student interest. That's amazing. Thank you. So next we have Bucksport, and that's RSU 25. Their award category is outdoor education. The Bucksport Middle School Applied Learning Lab is a collection of student-designed and built multi-use workspaces, greenhouses, aquaponics facility, a makerspace, a kitchen, where students and teachers imagine, theorize, create, and explore their core content curricula through the hands-on learning projects. So we're going to turn now to Todd West from RSU 25.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. I'm joined by half of our REV team. Behind me, we have Melissa Sukforth, Hannah Bailey, and Allison Braley, and we have 4 other members of our team who weren't able to be here tonight. About a year ago, we received a grant, an innovation grant, and we started a program that we call our STARS program, Students Taking Alternative Routes to Success. And they were involved in designing, building, and are now stewarding. They're the owners of an outdoor classroom on our campus. And we found that it was so successful with our STARS students, along with the needs of all the rest of the students this year that we're all aware of, that we felt that we really needed to expand opportunities so that all of our students could be stars and experience that. So our REV grant is, and our innovation is looking at creating a 19 by 54 greenhouse. Housed within that is going to be an aquaponics system, a maker space, and a lab kitchen. And we would like to create opportunities for every student to experience hands-on experiential learning in that facility, and also create opportunities for every teacher to offer lessons and activities in that space. To keep with that theme of fun, we think that by increasing fun for students and teachers, we will increase engagement and connection with the core content areas.
I love that. Thank you, Todd and team. That's wonderful. Great. And yes, I think maybe we need to make fun one of our top priorities going forward. A lot of learning happens in that. And also in Martin's spirit, let's put that out there. He would definitely want to foster fun. So our next awardee is Falmouth School Department. The Falmouth Navigators program is going to provide opportunities for Falmouth students to engage in authentic interdisciplinary learning, to experience place-based learning, and to gain a larger understanding of the importance of water, both locally and globally. So Katie Copens from Falmouth is going to share more about this idea.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Copens. I'm a 6th grade science teacher at Falmouth Middle School, and I'm speaking on behalf of our team of 5 teachers who are across grade levels and subject areas. The goals of the Navigator program are to engage students in learning experiences centered around the history of the Wabanaki and the waterways that make up the heart of our community. Students will explore a range of outdoor activities from canoeing to water testing to nature journaling. There will also be opportunities for students to connect with teachers in the grade levels below and above them to help build bridges in both curriculum and community across grades 3 through 8. This funding is also paying for an outdoor educator who will have an essential role throughout this. We're eager to reshape our curriculum with this grant's outdoor focus, and we're so grateful for the opportunities that this will create for students. I can't say enough, a huge thank you to the DOE, especially Elaine, Nick, and of course, Martin. As a teacher of 20 years, I can't tell you what a gift it was to be encouraged to dream big. And it was just so much fun for us to keep saying, well, what if we do this? What if we do this? And that is a gift that has not come yet at this point in my career. And it was just so exciting to be encouraged, appreciated, and valued for thinking outside the box and creating a learning environment in the way that we really hope and plan to do with this grant. So thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thank you for those kind words, because that was one of our major goals in this administration, was to re-energize, re-professionalize, and reinvigorate like the education profession that has had so much. You all have had so much taken from you over 20 years of the 20 years you've been doing this work, and I know, because we've all come straight from the field, and it was a real goal and big dream for us to have educators feeling empowered, excited, and to be dreaming big also. So thanks. So Searsport is our next awardee, RSU 20. Their category is outdoor education. The Searsport Viking Longhouse program seeks to create and expand spaces that allow innovative teaching and learning to flourish, support the development of creative, engaging curriculum instruction, and provide students with experiences they would not otherwise have access to. This sounds awesome. So we're going to turn to Josh Toothaker and Susan Capwell from RSU 20 to share more about it.
Hi, good afternoon. So the Viking Longhouse program is a program that's going to be focused in our middle high schools, so grades 6 through 12. The crux of it is looking at our 6-8 curriculum. We would look to have the Viking Longhouse program support our project-based learning efforts, and in the 9-12 curriculum, looking at impacting and working with our service learning. And part of the conversations we've had as a staff and even with students, and we did surveys and discussed with them the places where they felt most connected to the school and the community when they were working hands-on and having authentic learning experiences.
So the hub of the program is going to be an outdoor classroom that we're calling the Viking Longhouse because we are the Vikings. It's located at the head of a trail network that starts in our campus and connects to a local preserve where students are able to do trail work. There'll be outdoor classroom spaces. In the Viking Longhouse, we're hoping to build a small greenhouse. There's talk of bringing in volunteers to do things like make bread ovens, but it will provide a place that our students 6 through 12 can work, and we're hoping to be able to also invite the elementary to come in and work with some of our older students in that space as well. And it will, the grant is also going to support efforts we already have going on in our building, including supporting the makerspace, the STEAM lab, and our efforts to build a media lab in the library. Yeah, that's part.
Thank you.
Well, that sounds amazing. Josh and Susan, thank you so much and congratulations and all the best in getting all of that underway. It also sounds fun. It sounds like a great place to learn. Our next awardee is going to be from Kittery. Their award category is Extended Learning Opportunity. A redesigned Expanded Learning Opportunities ELO program at Trape Academy is conceived to be an innovative learning environment where groups of students, it says 10 to 12, I'm thinking 10th grade to 12th grade, and faculty collaborate with industry professionals to generate ideas and potential solutions to environmental, social, economic, and historical challenges facing Kittery and the state and the world. So we're going to turn to Susan Johnson from Kittery to hear more about this idea.
Everyone, I'm Susan Johnson. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be with a group of educators who are working to rethink schools. It's really invigorating and exciting. And I will say, unfortunately, I only met Martin in November, but man, did I get so much positive energy from him. It was so invigorating and exciting to meet someone with that deep passion. And I remember when we talked, he was like, oh, we have to connect again. He's like, I don't have a business card, but here's our sticker. Here's my contact information. So I'm going to keep this, and this is going to inspire me in this work. So thank you. Thank you, Martin. So yeah, we are with these grant monies, we are looking to expand and scale up the number of students that are participating in our experiential learning program. We are situated right on the Piscataqua River that divides Maine from New Hampshire. And so because of our exclusive location right on the river, we have docks, we have a boat launch, and we have such a rich maritime heritage, and there's so much innovation that's taking place as different businesses and nonprofits and scientists, people are pivoting due to climate change, COVID, et cetera. So the idea is that we'll create different and more learning opportunities for students related to those maritime heritage and innovation. Our proximity also, we are situated right across from the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, and we have a great relationship with their STEM coordinator and their STEM program. Their engineers have come over and worked with us, and we've talked, and the ideas about growing that partnership with the engineers at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard are another exciting part of this program. So again, we feel we're really ideally situated to utilize our region's people, places, and resources to create a program that empowers students to study the complex challenges that are facing our world, our community, and their generations. And so by situating student learning in the broader community, we can expose our students to study these solutions and explore career pathways so that they can create a sustainable future for themselves and for our community.
Thank you. That sounds awesome. And place-based education is so meaningful and engaging. And when you look across our state at the different microcosms and you know, social and natural resources that exist across the state. It's exciting to think what's out there for the kids. So thank you for what you're doing and for maximizing that exciting resource. So finally, our final awardee is from Lee Academy. Their category is multiple pathways, and it's the Lee Academy Excel program. It's a multiple pathways program that's going to provide opportunities for students to participate in authentic and relevant learning experiences, develop goals for successful in-school and post-graduation, and to work to achieve those goals. So we're going to turn to Susan Linscott and Ruth Lyons from Lee Academy, and we'll hear more about their project. Maybe. And it's possible that they were unable to be with us. And I should also double back to, oh,
can you hear me okay? I'm on my phone.
Oh, hi, great.
And first I apologize. I'm actually in a school van. We're on our way back from Gulf Haggis. We were hiking today with students as part of an experiential term that we do at the end of the year, every year. And this is Susan Linscott, by the way. And first, I do want to send my condolences to all the friends and coworkers of Martin. I was able to speak with Martin a few times through Luke Shorty was also worked on the grant with us and is a friend of Martin's, and just great guy. Energy was contagious and definitely helped us get started on this project. So our project, what we're doing, yeah, it does have two pathways. One of the pathways is an outdoor leadership program. And in that pathway, we've already had several students sign up for it for next fall, and we're really excited. And those students will be working with us all day, every other day, similar to if they were attending the vocational school. And their focus will be outdoor and environmental education. They will get a wellness outdoor education credit for the program, science credit, and then the other 2 credits, it will be a portfolio driven program, will cater to their needs around the outdoor and environmental science focused projects that we're working on. And the second pathway is the Excel program, which that's an experiential alternative learning program, really targeting, trying to get students that may not have been motivated about school in the past, trying to connect them to careers in the area, again, focused primarily on outdoor careers, but careers in the area that they might be interested in, internships, job shadowing, project-based learning, to help them develop goals and try to find some more motivation for school. And again, hands-on experiential learning based program that they'll be working in, and we are in the process of getting that application out this week to students, and that program will also begin in the school year at the end of August. And we're really excited to provide these new opportunities for students and thankful for this grant opportunity. And again, I apologize for the scenic van behind me.
I appreciate you being able to join us to share that. That sounds amazing, and congratulations to Lee Academy and safe travels in the school van. I know that Martin and Paige and I in the past have spent many hours in a school van returning from some kind of an adventure. So thank you for that.
All right.
Before we close, I should also mention Bonnie Eagle. Lenny Holmes was unable to be with us today, but they have an online learning award in MSAD 6. It's a remote pathway that's going to serve 8th and 9th grade students who are disconnected from school and who are unable to be successful in the regular school setting. The pathway is going to particularly focus on making connections with students who aren't engaged and with the in-person modality. Oh, they're not engaged with the in-person modality of learning. So unfortunately, they're not here to share more, but congratulations to the MSAD 6 team. And I think, you'll all be checking in and hearing from one another as things move forward and sharing these ideas in a broad way with our state. That is our hope. As I look back on what Martin accomplished in his time with RREV, there were just since, and PS, this is during COVID, throughout the whole COVID situation, there weren't a lot of states who had schools trying to pilot exciting new innovative things. And a few little facts that were accomplished during his time, and include 57 different SAUs have participated in professional development opportunities based on or surrounding innovation. 176 educators and administrators have also participated in innovation professional development. 4 institutions of higher education have assisted with developing these courses. And the 57 districts with the 176 educators enroll 80,953 students. So that's a huge number of the students across our state. And also the awards have been representing each of the 9 superintendent regions across our state. And we've awarded pilot programs in every one of the allowable categories. So there's a lot for us to be proud of as a whole, as a cohort. There's a lot to be specifically proud of with respect to all of you educators and school leaders who are taking this on to carry the torch of innovation, of fun, of engagement, and remembering, that this is all about the students. And I am certainly hopeful that you're going to be willing to continue to work with DOE on into the future as education leaders who support, inspire, and create models for your colleagues across the state. So with that, and let me just please thank certainly Martin Mackey, above all, Elaine, without whom we could never have done any of it. And no disrespect to Martin, but we know Elaine and Beth and Nick and Paige. And I'm going to hand it back to Paige now because all of you have been a great team. You've made this happen, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. We'll be back in touch.
Thank you, Commissioner. And thanks to all of you who jumped on today to share. It's so amazing to hear from those of you that are on the ground really making this all happen. So thanks for taking some time today. I want to quickly touch on a few things that are upcoming in REV because we're kind of in a shift in the grant cycle itself. So while the first 18 months of the initiative were focused on partnerships, research and design, professional development, and the creation of innovative pilot ideas, this summer we will transition to the final phase of REV, which is more about implementation, coaching, collaboration, and ongoing R&D. During this past school year, 9 innovative pilots were being implemented in schools across the state, while hundreds of educators and administrators participated in professional learning and coursework. Starting next school year, all 27 of the currently funded pilots will be underway, and we're planning on awarding at least one more round of funding in the fall. To support the ongoing educational research, implementation, design, iteration, and collaboration efforts of all of our awardees or any Maine educator interested in innovation, we've developed an online platform called Engine. The newest release of the platform is scheduled for next week. Once educators join the platform, they will have access to all of the R&D materials, pilots, collaborative conversations, and ongoing coaching or PD events being hosted as part of the REV initiative. On the platform, educators will be able to message, asynchronously connect over shared interests through communities of practice discussion boards, and synchronously connect over built-in shared whiteboard spaces using the built-in video collaboration tools. REV's goal is to build an environment where all Maine educators can connect and collaborate over shared educational interests regardless of physical location. Engine, we hope, will become the in-place to be for educators across the state and will encourage ongoing iteration so that education in Maine remains on the cutting edge of innovative practices. Thank you all again for your time, and thank you especially to the many educators who've poured their hearts and time and energy into this work. As Commissioner Macon said, during a particularly challenging time in education, it's truly amazing to see the amount of time and energy you all have taken to put together these incredible pilots that are going to have a huge impact on students. So thank you all, and I think that concludes our session. Bye, everyone.